Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Hindsight, where we see bad situations that can be avoided by good reasoning. But sometimes a situation is unavoidable and self defense is needed to get you to safety.
Yes. Welcome back, folks. Hindsight's at it again with Sensei Buddha and Mr. Suave. How you guys feeling?
Wonderful.
Okay. Yeah, well, unfortunately the story isn't wonderful, but not many of them are. Some of them are, but this one it's a bit touchy, so I'm gonna take my time. So this article is by Chelsia Rose, Marcius, and Larry McShane of the New York Daily News. This happened in Mineola, New York. Jelani Maraj, age 38, is accused of raping his 11-year-old stepdaughter, Jelani Maraj. I'm sorry. His 11-year-old stepdaughter. The name has been withheld for the obvious reasons. Jelani Maraj is the older brother to rap queen Nicki Minaj. Dr. Aaron Miller, a witness for the prosecution, testified that the medical exam on the 11-year-old girl can prove penetration. Maraj is accused of raping the victim up to 4 times a week. Maraj is alleged to have had vaginal and oral sex with the victim. Recall that back in August of 2015, Nicki Minaj footed the bill for Maraj's wedding to the victim's mother, Jacqueline Robinson, at a whopping $30,000. Prosecutors claim Maraj is a sexual predator, while the defense attorney, David Schwartz, accuses the victim's mother of being a gold digger who brainwashed her own daughter into lying and making up the charges against Maraj. Schwartz further claims the mother was looking for a $25 million payout. If convicted, Maraj could face 15 years to life in prison. So that's where we stand. The story's been around a lot of other news outlets, and it was picking up traction a while ago. I'm not sure if all that has died down, but here we are, of course, trying to make sense of what's happening here. Mr. Suave, what's on your mind?
Let's let's start off by saying, and let me not even say shit yet. Let's start off by saying, hey, here on the Hindsight, our views alone, our opinions, our feelings, our thoughts, our thoughts alone. Anybody listening? So please stay out your feelings, stay out your lawyers' pockets, and everything we say on this episode, for obvious reasons, may be with the common knowledge that everything is alleged. So our opinions are going to be geared toward everything being alleged, whether he allegedly did it or whether he allegedly didn't. It's still shit. I think it's allegedly he did. So if you give a damn and you don't like what I'm saying, when you're in your feelings, if you on the low, you got a phone call from a black burner phone saying you need to go hit up Mr. Suave because he's talking about my little brother. I don't give a damn. Come see me. Because I'm going to say it anyway. Not the other 2 fellas, because they outstanding citizens. All right. Fun's over. Like I said, it's all entertainment purposes anyway. So, it's crazy. You kind of got to separate. It's hard to do it, but you got to separate the fact that he is the brother of Nicki Minaj, So we got to separate that. So take that out the way. Take that out the pocket. Let's forget all about who he knows. Because if it wasn't for her, he'd be another rat bastard I'll be talking about. Because that's what he allegedly is. Because he's a rat bastard. So I think this actually came to light in 2015. This actually came to light. He actually got arrested on $100K, and he made bond off of that for these allegations. I don't know what kind of turmoil you and your wife is having, but for her to come, of all things, to say you've been molesting her daughter, your stepdaughter, and up to 4 times a week, yo, what is wrong with you? Yeah, it's all alleged, but what is wrong with you? She's 12. You married her mother. You got the grown poom poom. You got the grown woman who could do all these things for you, who is fully developed, who is fully matured. Ain't nothing this child can do for you. Nonetheless, it's illegal. What are you doing? And of course, allegedly, he said he didn't do it. This is all a scheme to get money. Like I said, let's take the fact off that you wasn't anybody. Because to me, you're still nobody. You're nobody. Okay? You don't have the money. You don't have shit. If you're convicted, you will be, just like I've seen in my field, you will be pushed aside because you're just bad publicity. And of this shit right here, you need to go. You need to go. You need to go because I don't know what he's thinking. Like, and then and then they're saying, oh, maybe she coerced her daughter into this plan. You know what? Whether she coerced it or not, like I said, this started in 2015. The updated, I know Beat Physicist just said, how come this is coming to light now? It was just the article that we just reading just noted that it was updated 2 days ago, that the medical claims realized that, hey, she actually was penetrated. So yes, she is not a virgin. She's had sex. So someone was in there. So, the pieces of the story that we're getting is starting to add up. And, he's still out here smiling, and I'm seeing the picture here, right? You know who goes to court in some Tim's jeans and a sports coat? A punk ass thug. That's who goes to court like that. You can't get a goddamn suit to go to court. I mean, who's doing that? I don't know what kind of statement you're trying to make in court. You trying to prove your innocence or prove that these alleged convictions against you are wrong. You going to court like that? Oh, I forgot to say the fitted hat too. Let me not add the fitted hat and just complete the whole stereotype of what everybody's thinking already. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Now, like I said, we just took the fact off that he's a nobody. He's not connected to this person, right? He's just another old ass, damn near pushing 40-year-old dude, has his wife, but is enticed by her daughter, who you're supposed to be molding and protecting for men like you. Okay? Not you being that man who does all these things, allegedly. And I find it real hard to believe these allegedlys because things are starting to add up. Things are gonna, with time, the truth will come out. And that truth of what your rat bastard ass was doing, if that's what it was, what happened? Now, let's put on to the side of let's add to who he is tied to. He is tied to Nicki Minaj, And we don't touch on a lot of things like that. We don't even go there. But in this situation, another podcast we had, he was discussing about old rat bastard Weinstein, all his alleged cases that is just coming out like crazy. And now we're talking about this young individual. She has nothing to do with this for now. And it kind of goes into the case now. You got to question it. Like, did she know her brother was like this? Shit. Maybe when they were younger, maybe he even tried to do it to her? A cousin? These are intimate details we'll never know. Only she would know. And his rat bastard ass would know. And, we can't really minus that, we can't really put too much blame on her because she, I know it says it in a old school movie, New Jack City, Am I My Brother's Keeper? You are and you ain't because, your family, we blood related, but I don't make your choices that you do. These fucked up choices that you made right here, that's not me. That's all on you. Okay? So, like I said, we can't put no harm on her. She's a talented artist. She's doing her thing. She dating one of my favorite artists, Nas. That's a shameless plug. I just had to put it out there. I'm Queens bred, so I just had to put it out there. But yeah, man, I just think, man, and if this was happening, did the mother know about it? Was she okay with this? Thinking that she is somehow going to get the money that's not his, but from his sister. Remember, his sister, he doesn't have the money. Of course, she might help him out, but he doesn't have this money. I guess they're looking for like $25 million. And I think they deserve everything he has or he owns in his name. They deserve everything if all these allegations come out to be true. They deserve that bank, and he deserved more than what was he serving? They giving him 15 years of life? What was how much were they claiming?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, 15 to life.
15 to life?
If
yeah.
convicted.
Okay, if convicted, right. So I'm thinking, unfortunately, if money does start to play a factor here, it may get settled out of court, which is, so the family would get some money, but it's unfortunate because he'll be free. And, but the little girl still has to deal with, so money just bought my silence, and all the pain I have to go through for the rest of my life had a value, a dollar value on it. And that's horrible. This shouldn't be like that. And then they're saying this just happened over and over, up to 4 times a week. Like, I'm trying to think of self-defense tactics. As kids, we talk about a lot what kind of self-defense you can get your kids into early. Man, this goes beyond that, and maybe, you need to tell an adult. You need to tell a parent. You need to get your a barrier set up for yourself. We need to start teaching these kids better. Like I said, we just don't know all the dynamics of the case and what really went down, unfortunately. But like I said, something did happen to this girl because it was proven. It was proven that she was just having sex with some other little kid. Those claims ain't coming out, And it's been 2 years, and you don't see all the little kids or any other person for now that we know of coming out and saying anything like that. So, like I said, as the longer it goes, it's starting to look bad for this dude. And these alleged crimes are starting to look like it's not alleged. It's starting to look legit. So you smiling on camera with your Timbs and your jeans and your $1.99 store sports jacket with your fitted on, it's not looking good for you, because you know what they do to you guys in the pen, in the prisons, in the county, and lockup. Oh, they like you. Oh, they like you. They really like you. They like you. They gonna like that booty hole too. As my friend Sensei Buddha would say, the Luke Cage hole. That's a sidebar right there. That's a sidebar. But back to the main story at hand. It's a sad case that you still got people doing this nonsense with little children, still preying and eyeing on little children who should be getting guidance from an older adult, and they're being victimized, and now they're being manipulated into thinking that, yes, you can't trust no other adult, but what I'm doing is good for you because I'm the one protecting you. So it's just a twisted, weird mind space these individuals are at, who are actually doing this to children, and it's just all wrong altogether. Like I said, it's all alleged. It's all alleged, but I'm still saying, Suave's still saying, you alleged rat bastard. If it's true, you're still a rat bastard, and if it's not true, I hope you and the wife ain't still together. I hope, because I'm not seeing anywhere that it says they're not together. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So it's a lot of stuff in the air right now. This story's kind of crazy. Sensei Buddha, how are you, brother?
Thank you very much for that setup, Mr. Suave, beat physicist. Allegedly, they were only together for only 1 year. This is why it's starting to look a little suspect too. That possibly, allegedly, that Jacqueline Robinson, the gentleman who Mr. Maraj was married to, that she may have been complicit with seeing her daughter to get raped and abused at that time. Remember, at the time, she was 11 years old. She's a 6th grader. I just, when it comes to children, as far as I'm aware, I remember when I was 11 years old, You can't act. People don't know how to fake it. People don't know how to front it off. This is an 11-year-old girl who's alleging that she's being attacked 4 times a week, not just vaginally, but orally. Mr. Schwartz had, allegedly, Mr. Schwartz, the defense attorney, he's saying that Miss Robinson doing this to try to get money. I can't help but think that this is probably very, very true because of the simple fact that something like this just can't go on and go on and go on and go on and you not notice the changes in your daughter. You can't notice the simple fact that she may be withdrawn. They haven't even started to even talk about how, emotionally and mentally that this child, if she's going through any kind of breakdown, is she still going to school? Is she seeking any type of psychiatric counseling and or help? Sad, this is just very strange. And as we said before, we always talk about self-defense for kids and stuff like that. When someone is in your home, I just can't see how Mr. Maraj, if he allegedly did these crimes, how he had time to get at her 4 times a week over an extended period of time. Very unnerving situation. We had a podcast earlier where there was a woman who had claimed that a gentleman had raped her daughter, and she put the stabs on him. She stabbed him up. And to me, it's not about right or wrong. She defended her daughter. She defended her daughter or taken her daughter and got away as quickly as possible. There is no way that it could have taken a year for her to see or understand that her daughter was being violated. So we have a situation like this where the protectors are not protecting their own children. You have the alleged case with Mr. Weinstein, where he has people who are complicit and protecting and aiding him allegedly in covering up, acting as intimidation, and not, bringing any type of justice to those women who may have allegedly been violated by him. This is a debacle. This is a quagmire. Now, Nicki Minaj, obviously, she loves her brother very much. She paid $30,000 back in August of 2015 for the wedding. She put out a grip. She put out some bread. But like Mr. Suave had said, was this going on when she was growing up? Did family know that, hey, this is Mr. So-and-so, he's that, that nephew, that uncle, that cousin that you never, ever send people, to see or hang around unless he's under supervision? A lot of things that come into play. And if being convicted or he's a known rapist or he's a known pedophile, I hate to say it, that's going to be laid all out on the entire Nicki Minaj family. All of them. All of them. If you know you got somebody who's mentally sick and a criminal, you got to seek help. You got to make sure you shield them from molesting, further harming, and hurting children. It's a debacle. It's a mess. Miss Robinson was complicit in knowing that her daughter was getting raped so that she can get a payday. She herself must most definitely go to jail. There's no question about that. Mr. Suave?
Yes, sir. Yeah, you 100%. You're 100% right.
Yeah, it's because it's really crazy. I mean, we're to a point we're seeing more and more with these cases that people are supposed to have family that's supposed to help them out. People are supposed to have friends that help them out. And I don't care how inconvenient or how good somebody might seem to be to you. If they are a criminal committing criminal acts, they're supposed to be brought to justice. They're supposed to get stopped. And I don't see why people are not doing it, or they're not stopping that, or they're not intervening on the behalf of children. This is your niece. This is a cousin. This is a grandchild. How can no one step in to help their own children? It's I'm mystified. I'm just I just don't know what to say. It's a debacle. It's terrible. There has to be some kind of cloud that children can be protected. If the parents are not going to protect the children, this is something definitely for a later show that we have to talk with someone, an expert, and things like that, because now it's going to come back to Department of Child Services and stuff like that. I'm sure that they may have a lot of people in their offices that do a stupendous job, that do a great job. But then sadly, you can get people that, these kind of cases just slip through the cracks. So how are we going to ever be in a situation to protect these children from these type of predators?
Yeah, this is a difficult, complicated issue. So, yeah, again, I think we should eventually get an expert, on the pod and really chop it up with them on, how these things work typically and how to prevent against them.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like a plan, brother. That we need to do.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Wow. So, in closing, we most definitely have to say that feel very sorry for what's happening to this little 11-year-old girl. There's no one advocating for her. Clearly, somebody has raped her. We don't know at this point in time, allegedly. And on another hand, there may be possible manipulation. And this is so sad to teach a little kid these type of workings of manipulation to get some money, and then she herself being used as the instrument to get that money and being abused. So it's really, really sad. It's really, really bad. And, I hope that there'll be somebody that can advocate for this kid, because obviously she don't care with her mother, if allegedly. Oh, I hear a little one coming through.
Okay. All right.
All right. So yes.
Yeah, I think that about does it. Thanks, folks. Hindsight.com. Get at us. You can email us, each and every one of us here. Buddha@hindsight.com. Suave, Mr. Suave, Mr. Suave @hindsight.com. We got Twitter, Instagram. There's new content on the website weekly, as well as the YouTube page. So keep checking back and keep rolling with us. And thanks for listening.
Peace.
Peace.